They say this is a big rich town. Yeah, I just come from the police spine. Bright lights, city lights, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to come apart. Legal, baby, I gotta make it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Yes, we are back with another power review, y'all. This episode was, ooh-wee! It was a lot of deceit, a lot of betrayal, a lot of OMG moments, y'all. Whew, it is the second last episode before the season finale, so y'all know it went down. Y'all know they setting it up so that the season finale can be explosive. So I'm not gonna talk too much and dilly-dally too much. We're just gonna get right into this week's episode entitled A Fair Fight. So like I told y'all before, I'm not gonna do like a top 10 or whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, randomly ramble on about my random thoughts and y'all can get into it, okay?
Y'all don't need me to count it out for y'all. Y'all can just keep up.
Nah, but for real. Let's just start with first things first. Trace, boy.
Streets need a body. Streets need a body.
So the whole time Trace up there telling Jenny all the tea, y'all, I'm just sitting there just waiting for a bullet to like come through the window and like off this nigga. Now Brady got to kill his own brother because this boy sung like a motherfucking canary.
He said, oh yeah, that's the guy who kidnapped us and made us sell drugs on the corner, and he sells drugs with Tariq St. Patrick, and the Ramirez guy pulled us over. And
Trace knew too much anyway. Like, Trace knew too much. Brayden was up there trying to, you know, blame it on him being a little cokehead and stuff, but then his pop's like, no, I want to hear what's going on. The only way I can see this not happening the way I first see it happening
Trace being dead
is if this photo that Councilman Tate got from Tariq with Trace and them daddy in it, is if he tried to pull some strings and make this all go away or something like that. That's literally the only way that I can see this like not taking a turn for the worse. Because even if Brayden killed Trace, it's still gonna come back on him because that's another witness who is dead now. I don't know. I feel like Brayden gonna end up like having off his brother at some point though, but hopefully it just don't happen next episode.
The only other thing I could foresee happening is Brayden end up being the one to take the blame and going to jail. Like, I could definitely see that. Brayden want to get his street cred up. I could see him being behind bars, and then at the beginning of season 3, he coming out all buff, thinking he tough, you know, getting his Tommy on, and you know he gonna try to go against Tariq and everything he doing. I just see the parallel between Tommy and Ghost and Tariq and Brayden, so I could definitely see Brayden ended up taking the fall for some shit.
But since we're talking about Trace and Brayden's dad, let's just talk about Congressman Sweeney in this whole blackface picture. Tariq got the picture to Tate of Congressman Sweeney and Weston, what is the daddy name? I don't know, but Weston dude, them in blackface, and they didn't show us the picture, but the way that they were reacting, you know it was some gold. Tariq got to take the picture, and Tate ended up having to go and testify. He was actually the prosecution's witness, and you know how Davis do. Davis, as long as Davis get that money, he on his proctor shit, okay? He gonna come through with the come through, okay? Tate got his ass up on that stand and turned against his brother, threw his brother under the bus like, oh yeah, you know, he got a witness that he ain't tell y'all about, blah, 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 after Tate told his brother not to tell them. So Tate came through for Tariq. He kept his word, but I can only imagine what Tate is now about to do with this photo. I definitely see Tate still becoming congressman when it's all said and done. So moving on, it was also Reyna's birthday during this past episode, and she did actually get adopted. Conservator of James St. Patrick's estate could not stop the adoption because obviously Tariq is still on trial for murder. So Reyna is adopted, but Tariq, you know, was able to pull up, see where she at, and seeing, you know, that she's with a good black family or whatever. She didn't seem very happy at the time, but you know, she's obviously missing her family and stuff. I think it's good though that at least Tariq know where she at. And, you know, he can figure out maybe, you know, like if they move, unless they put them in some sort of protective custody, Tariq could be able to figure out where his sister at, even though his daddy tried to stop him. So speaking of his daddy, y'all, that dream Tariq had at the beginning of the show, he was shook as a mug. All the people that he killed, or the people that he think he's the reason why they're dead, or whatever the case may be, his subconscious, you know, telling him that. Now, that dream is literally the only reason why I think Lauren might be really dead. That dream is the only reason. Because everybody else in the dream was obviously dead.
I was kind of confused when I seen Lauren there, because I'm like, Lauren not dead.
Y'all know Kane sent Brayden to go off Lauren because they found out that she was the snitch. Just like I said, y'all said that motherfucking tape was gonna come back to haunt them. Kane was gonna find out that Lauren was the snitch because he was caught on tape. I told y'all, go back. I've been saying this. I told y'all. So anyway, Brayden has to go kill Lauren. Tariq was asking Brayden to go take Lauren out of town to keep her safe. So he driving her out.
I knew Brayden wasn't gonna do nothing. I just knew I couldn't. Brayden wasn't gonna do it.
So Brayden gave her some money and told her she just had to get lost. And guess who pulls up, y'all? Effie. Effie pulls up, knocks Lauren out, throw her in the car, and we don't really know the fate of her, but we can assume that she's dead, that Lauren's dead. But y'all, I don't know. I kind of feel like Lauren is still somewhere safe, tucked away in the cut. Like, I really don't believe that Lauren is dead. Just because it didn't show her dying. It didn't show Effie killing her. So I don't believe it. I don't believe Lauren dead for real. But I kind of do at the same time. Whatever. Lauren, whatever, girl. Effie snuck back into Tariq's bed. And I can only imagine his response when he see Lauren is gone. Whether she's dead or not, like he gonna be on his James St. Patrick shit. He gonna be on his ghost shit.
Effie, have some sympathy. I just lost the love of my life.
I don't know, y'all. I really do not know what to say about that. But I will say that Tariq still don't need to trust Effie. I don't know why he trusts her when she was the first one to ever set him up. Got him kicked out of his school, all that shit. So I don't trust her. She's definitely off herself. I don't trust her. But she is very protective of Tariq, and she definitely wants his love and affection. So, Diana, girl, you better watch your back, and you better watch your back for more reasons than one. One, because you sleeping with Tariq. And two, so, first of all, this girl, Diana, done went to Tariq's room, done manipulated him, crying them little crocodile tears, and done used a save the live video of this nigga to unlock his phone and get his little QR code so she could open up that stash outside. Y'all, her and Drew robbed Tariq. Wait till Tariq find out. Because she had to betray Tariq and Drew had to betray Ev because he had to steal his little swipe card to get into the building. Tariq got a soft spot for Lauren, but I don't think he got one for Diana because she is a Tejada.
Diana, girl, you better just keep your head on swivel, baby, because you making the wrong enemies, okay?
Now, y'all, another big shocker of the evening. Mecca is a snitch. And Kane said in episode 1 of season 2 that he smelled a narc, or he smelled like, you know, he was a snitch or whatever. And Kane was right.
Kane was right, y'all. I didn't think this nigga Mecca was a snitch, but I knew something was off about him because he was just too reckless but out of care. Like, this nigga was off the niggas and cleaning up the messes just like that, like that, like that.
He the one turned Lobos in. Yeah. So this whole time, he done known who Tariq was. He done known everything about everything, y'all. He is, as Tariq said, the GOAT of global snitching. This nigga done turned in mafia people, cartel people, y'all. And you know y'all can't kill him because he is an informant. So y'all got to inform some other folks that he is an informant or something, because he was gonna get got because they would have found out that he the one turned Lobos in. But James, you know, got to Lobos first. Ghost and Tommy ran up on Lobos and got that nigga. So, y'all, I couldn't believe that. And I really can't wait until Monet and Kane them find out that Mecca's a snitch. Cause y'all. So Monet finally figured out Mecca and Dante are the same person.
Cause Kane was made his number 2. He was locking this nigga in the house, made him put his fingerprint in his phone so he could track him, all type of shit, keeping up with this nigga. And locked him in the house, and then somehow, some way, Monet got in. Kane realized that that's Zeke daddy, like, Monet and Kane about to play him somehow.
They told him that once they kill Lorenzo, because they're convinced that Lorenzo is the one who tried to kill Zeke, Monet, and Mecca when they were out at the basketball courts early in the episode. It was a little drive-by going on, you know what I'm saying?
Which I don't believe that she believed that Lorenzo tried to kill them. I believe that she know it was some other shit going on. She knows some motherfuckers after Mecca, and she just want to use this as an excuse to get rid of Lorenzo.
I feel like her and Kane, they about to set this shit up so that Mecca can try to kill Lorenzo, and then once Lorenzo dead, they gonna try to off this nigga, but they don't know that he an informant, so I don't know how that's gonna work out for them. Like, quite frankly, I really don't. I just don't see it ending well for anybody, quite honestly. Let's just get into Zeke in this episode. Zeke ass, y'all. So Zeke was going to announce that he was leaving Stansfield effective immediately and was going to go train with a private trainer, and news broke, somebody leaked to the press that Zeke is really 23. And y'all, Zeke had the Mr. Krabs going on. He like, wait, what? What y'all say?
So, it's damn near a wrap for Zeke's career at this point. Y'all done ruined this little slow boy career. That was the only chance he had at being anybody, because we know this nigga's not smart. And, yeah, it's just over. Like, it's a wrap. Like, I feel kind of sorry for him. Like, he's very slow, and, he didn't deserve that. The boy just slow. He didn't deserve to have his life and his career ruined because everybody around him is liars. You know what I'm saying? So,
he did ask his mama about her whereabouts on the night of Carrie's suicide, and Monet tried to lie and say that she was with Mecca the whole time. Mecca backed her story up for whatever reason, but we do know now that clearly Monet has something to do with Carrie's death, and I feel like that's gonna come out in the season. But yeah, it was just a lot that went on this episode. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any like key points, but I feel like that was all the major tea that happened this episode. Season finale looked like it's gonna be cracking. It looks like, you know, Mecca's trying to pull out of the deal with Monet. We see Tariq running around with a gun. We see Drew standing over somebody finna pop him. Tariq is telling Kane he's never gonna be the same after something. We see Tariq and Court and Brayden walking in. Y'all, I really hope Brayden is not about to testify. And if he is going to go testify, he better get up there and blow that shit up and lie. He better. And then we also see Tariq and Effie, you know, kissing, and she like, oh, I'm here for you, and girl, whatever. I don't want to hear that shit. This week's episode went down. It went crazy. These last couple episodes have been phenomenal. The best of the season. They really have stepped it up, and I'm so excited because next week with the season finale, we are also getting the season premiere of Tommy's show, Power Book 4 Force. Y'all. I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. Tommy was my favorite person from Power, y'all. Y'all know Tommy finna get crazy, finna get lit. And it's about to be in Chicago, y'all. Tommy about to act a fool. Tommy finna act a fool. And with all the people popping up at the beginning of this episode, like Proctor and all of them, one of them actually said to Tariq, you know, Tommy gonna get your mama. So I just have a really big feeling that Tasha is definitely going to make her debut back in Tommy's show.
They setting us up, and I am so geeked. I'm so geeked.
Nah, but for real. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode down below. And let me know what you have predicted for the season finale of Power Book 2 Ghosts. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you next week when we come back to discuss. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Same place, same time. Bye.
I never took a straight path nowhere. Life full of bumps and bruises, turns and twists shit. Yeah, you learn.